G'day everybody, Narelle here. Episode 2 of my free campsites in Victoria, and today I am sitting along the Murray River, which runs along the border of Victoria and New South Wales. We're at a free spot. We got here yesterday, we've had one night, so I thought I'd show you around this spot, give you some information and whether we think it's this or this. Let's go check it out.
So Echuca is about 225 kilometres from Melbourne, just over a 2-hour drive. There are many camp spots along the Murray River. We chose to stay at the one at the end of O'Dwyer's Road, which was called Wills Bend. Echuca is a decent sized country town. It's got all your amenities, all your supermarkets, McDonald's, KFC, so it's quite a big country town. There are some great specialty shops in town. Don't forget, if you're in town, check out the Beechworth Bakery. Try their special, their Ned Kelly pie. It's delicious. Also, the chocolate shop is one of our favourites. Always go in here. Support the local businesses. Always grab the chocolate covered licorice. It's delicious. And they have samples too for you to try. Echuca is also really famous for its paddle steamers, and they have several services that run every hour during winter and summer. They're great to have a go, and we didn't have a go this time, we had a go last time. This is a nice little part of Echuca you can wander through, gives you a bit of a sense of what it used to be like in the olden days. It can get quite busy in summer. This was the middle of winter, so it was very, very quiet, which was lovely. But definitely worth going on a paddle steamer if you haven't been on one before. Prices range from about $20 to $27 for an adult and about half price for children. Most of the ferry trips go for about an hour, although they do have some dinner cruises that go for about 2 hours in the evening, so they might be worth checking out. Now to the free spot itself. We stayed at Wills Bend, and it was about 15 k's out of town. It was quiet, isolated, and I could imagine that during summertime this place would be super busy, but it is the middle of winter at the moment, so it was really quiet. There was only 2 other campers that we could see in the vicinity, and they were quite a distance away. We stayed at Sandbar 1, and however at the end of this clip you will see Sandbar 2 that we discovered the morning we were leaving, which was actually a much better spot. We'll show you that a bit later. But we pretty much had most of the spot to ourselves. We set up camp, we were right near the river. The river where we were on Sandbar 1 was not very accessible, so if you wanted to pop a kayak or something into the river, you might struggle. It was a bit of a drop. There was a couple of boats going up and down the river with some skiers, but like I said, it's the middle of winter, they were pretty game. I can imagine though that this place would get super busy in summertime. So you really need to be self-sufficient to stay at this site. There's no water, so bring plenty of that with you. There is no bins, so you need to take your rubbish with you. And you also need your own toilet and shower if you plan on having one while you're away. If you're looking for a super quiet spot, this is it. It's quite far away from the road, so there is no traffic. Your only noise is the birds early in the morning. Otherwise, it is a super quiet spot. However, we were the only ones there, so I can imagine it would probably be quite noisy maybe during summertime when there are a lot more people here. Another reason we chose this spot was because we could have a campfire. We carry our own fire pit, but you could set up a fire on the ground if you wanted to. We had our own wood and kindling, but there was a lot of wood lying around, so you could gather it up and use that if you didn't bring any with you. Just remember to make sure that you put it out before you go to bed and that you have it far enough away from your campsite so that nothing catches fire. And as I said, on the morning that that we were leaving, we went for a bit of a walk and we went down to sandbar number 2. And we really wished we had have stayed here. This was a huge wide open space. There were 3 drop toilets there that you could use, a bit on the smelly side, but you know, if you were desperate. And there was a really lovely little sandbar that you could use to get down onto the water, which was really flat and smooth. So if you had your kayak or the kids wanted to have a swim if it was summertime, they could easily access the water from this point. This was a great spot and it had plenty of room for all type of vehicles, whether you were tenting, caravanning or even a big rig. There was plenty of space in this spot. Once again, I would suggest that this place probably gets really super busy in the summertime, but this place was a lot cleaner than the other place that we were staying at. That would be my only down point, was that there was a lot of rubbish at the site that we were staying at. This part of the park was actually a lot cleaner. People looked like they had cleaned up after themselves, which was really good. So we hope you liked this episode 2 of our free campsites. We really like this spot. We'll be back next time. We'll bring the kayak. Please, if you have any comments, please leave them down below, and we'd love it if you could subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time. See ya!